In Liquibase 4.32, we provide two distinct distributions of Liquibase OSS and Pro, which provides a holistic setup experience that leads to purposeful releases and fewer regressions for Pro users. So let's get into the details of upgrading to Liquibase Pro 4.32. The main difference in the new setup is that Pro requires a valid license key to utilize all features, whether they're OSS or Pro features. First, you'll want to confirm you already have Java installed on your machine and ensure that your machine meets the requirements listed here. So if you need to, you can pause the video here and go check those things before continuing. Then you want to download the latest Liquibase Pro 4.32 distribution at liquibase.com/download-pro. Once your download completes, extract it to the location of your choosing and run the installer to update your current version of Liquibase. Then you'll open your CLI and run it as an administrator. It's important to note that the next step will not work if you don't run it in administrator mode. You'll then navigate to the location of your new Liquibase download so we can begin creating a symbolic link. Symbolic links are shortcuts that DevOps engineers often use to manage which version of Liquibase executes after installation. This allows the person who maintains your pipeline to link a specific version of Liquibase that has been tested and vetted by the DevOps engineer prior to using it widely on the dev environment. It also gives you the opportunity to roll back to a different version in case anything breaks. You can do this on Linux or Windows, and here's a syntax for each of them. So on one end of this link, we have the Liquibase version component, which contains 4.32 in this example. And that's where the DevOps engineer will place the latest version of Liquibase. On the other end, we have the DBA with the Liquibase component that looks at the DevOps end and finds the latest version. So once the DevOps engineer is ready for the DBAs to release this to the development environment, they can just create the symbolic link and the DBAs automatically get the latest version.
I'm on Windows, so I'll run mklink into the directory Liquibase, so it will find the correct Liquibase version in my C drive under Projects, Liquibase-Pro-4.32/Liquibase, and the symbolic link is created successfully.
Now we'll move on to the environment variables step.
From our command line, we'll run set path equals C drive Liquibase, and then %path to update the path variable so your machine will look under Liquibase first when you run any Liquibase command in the terminal. It's important to know that Liquibase installation comes with JDBC drivers for popular database platforms such as Oracle, SQL Server, Postgres, MariaDB, Snowflake, and H2. If you're working with a different Liquibase supported database, visit the database tutorials documentation to download the drivers specific to your database. Our next step is to apply the Liquibase Pro key in the Liquibase properties file. So open up your Liquibase directory and ensure that your existing liquibase.properties file and changelog file are copied into your Liquibase 4.32 directory. Open the Liquibase properties file up, and in the Liquibase Pro key information section, paste your key after Liquibase license key, and save the file. Navigate back to your command prompt, and from the Liquibase 4.32 directory, run Liquibase init to start a database. In this example, I'll start an H2 database by running Liquibase init start H2. After the log loads, you'll notice that it shows the version of Liquibase and lists Liquibase Pro, which validates your new Liquibase Pro license key works. You're all set and ready to begin delivering database changes. Thanks for watching.